What is up, everyone? My name is Gallo. This is just a little bit of like a Q&A. Some of the questions were about the album, some were just about me. Enjoy it. Let's start off. First question. How long did it take you to make the album Analog Cinema? I think I started recording it in late November. The first song that I made for it was Goliath, actually. To be honest, I didn't know what direction the album was gonna go in. That kind of was just the first one made, but I knew the energy on it and the feel and the sound was something I wanted to also capture later on in the album too. So it seemed like a good starting point, and then I just kept that as the intro. But I would say I was working on it, mixing it, producing it, getting all the features for probably like 6 or 7 months, I would say. Next question is, what is your favorite song off the album? This is really difficult because it changes every day. As of right now, my favorite is Glass River with Senya. She's like a spectacular singer, and the writing on it on her end was awesome. The production and just the overall feel of the song is like one of my favorites that I've made. So definitely Glass River, but like I said, it changes. So like 10 minutes from now, I might like a different one more. I'm not sure. What was the hardest part about making the album? Avoiding perfecting something and overproducing something, because the longer you have to spend on a song, you end up adding more to it and it can kind of become a mess. So preventing myself from doing that and being like, all right, this one is done, I'm set with this, no more finishing touches on it. That was pretty hard. And then the other thing that was actually surprisingly difficult was maintaining like attention before the album dropped, as far as like letting people know and convincing them that this is something worth listening to, even though no one had heard a single song off it, not even like a sneak peek. So that was kind of difficult because I wanted it to kind of be a secret. At the same time with that, when you do that, you kind of create a barrier between the listeners and yourself. I learned that, but I think it was worth it doing it that way. Where do you get your motivation from to create music and or videos? It comes a lot from like failing, I would say. Failure for me is like a really big fuel because you get to get another attempt at it. I think the coolest part about being a creator is that you could always create again and learn from it. The more that you do something and the more you fail, it's actually better for you because you learn so much along the way. I think it's something to like embrace and actually like strive for that. I totally forgot the question. Trying to capture moments and broadcast how I feel those moments felt. If I'm with like friends and family and I enjoy something or someone, I just want to be able to put that into a song form or like a visual form and be able to like explain so you guys could also understand it. How old are you? I am 23 years old. Where are you from? I am from Connecticut. How did you learn to produce your music? I started when I was like 13 or 14 years old, just making beats on my family computer, and then it kind of developed over time, and that turned into me putting my own lyrics on it and writing and producing for other people. 2 or 3 years ago, I got into the video side of things where I just started making my own videos because, you know, I couldn't afford to pay someone to like film a music video for me. So I was like, you know what, let's just do it myself, and now we're here. What do you plan on doing in the next year? What are some of your goals? To go on a tour. That way I can meet all of you guys and experience traveling and just interacting with all the people listening. Another goal is to kind of just expand building off this album. The reason I've been so adamant about this album and you guys listening to it is that I want this to be a stepping stone for everything to come, and I think it's a good step in the right direction. So that's why I'm so grateful that you guys are enjoying it. What do you do outside of music? That's a good question. I like to play basketball. I like to surf. Obviously I do video work, but I think that counts as doing music and hanging out with friends. Next question. How did you come up with the title Analog Cinema? I came up with the title when I was just formulating ideas for trying to explain how my life seems like it's a movie. So the cinema part was one of the first parts that I had for the album, but I was like, it can't just be cinema, and I wanted it to be kind of this confusing, interpretive album title, one that it doesn't obviously make sense when you first hear the name, but I want it to over time make sense. So the analog part, I guess, just symbolizes the way I view things in life. It's very analog, very retro, kind of like old school style. But those two words, analog cinema, it's just meant to be a movie about my life, and each song is like a scene out of the movie. Each feature on the album is like a character in the movie, and so on and so on. All right, last question. If there's one thing you could tell someone who wants to be a creator but hasn't started yet and doesn't know where to start, what would you tell them? I would tell them to to fail forward. The reason why people sometimes get hesitant about creating or starting to create is that they don't want to mess up. And to be honest, messing up is a part of everything that you do. So I actually, like I said before, I embrace it. You gotta be able to just fail forward, and once you mess up, just quickly learn from it, bounce back, and just see positively. And even if you're not a creator and you're just doing something, do it to prove yourself right. Don't do it to prove someone else wrong. It's all about manifesting your own dreams, not proving to someone else that you could do that. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it was kind of quick, but I just wanted to give you guys an inside look, answer some questions. So if you want me to do this again or have more questions for me, comment below. I enjoyed this. Analog Cinema is out now everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music. The link will be in the description or my bio. Add a song to a playlist. Maybe add like all of the songs to every playlist that you have, even if it doesn't fit. My name is Gallo. Thank you for your time. Peace out.
Don't watch my step tongue or the clock. She stay on my brain alive, fresh like a new whip off the lot. Should I ride in the night?